Hello YouTube. I know I haven't done a video in a while, so this video is going to be, a bunch of some random updates. Also, I'm going to be handling, don't mind my hands. It's from harvesting black walnuts, and I'm still doing, and that's just my hands getting stained. But this clutch right here, this was my only clutch this year. I know I had said my spider might have had a clutch, but she just laid all slugs. This was from the buttermilk that I had traded off to my Dinker Burgundy female. And these are the babies I got left still. Like I traded off I sold off one of the normals and the other butter. And all these babies seem to have, a look going on about them. Except for one. This one, I believe, is just an actual normal. Alright. I mean, he doesn't have a particularly busy pattern like his siblings. And the other, I really think the first normal that I sold off, he might have had something going on, but I let the customers pick which one they wanted. And of course they picked him because he looked a lot better. I sold him off as a normal. But this other normal looking animal is the one I believe is not a normal. This camera isn't picking her color up right, but she's not the same color as him. Put him back in the box. They seem to be more calm in the box. She's the best eater out of the other ones, and when she was younger, she was a really high. She was brighter orange than everyone else, and she's got these flames that none of the other ones have flames like that. That might be a clear belly, maybe, but she's got flames everywhere. And she's got the busy pattern that has been showing up so many times in the clutches. This one right here was the runt in the clutch, and she's got that crazy, her pattern is even busier. She's got that stuck shed on her neck that I haven't been able to get off her. I kind of think the fact that she's smaller, that's why her pattern looks so much busier. She doesn't have the blushing, but she's got a really crazy looking pattern. And that's also, maybe that's a clear belly, maybe. Now you see the two butters in there. This one's the female, and this one's the male. And they look pretty different. The female's the one that's got the heavy striping on her back, and she's a lot lighter in color than the male. Like this camera is being weird, but her yellows are coming in a lot lighter, and his yellows are more. His white comes up a lot higher than on her. Not to mention he's far more busier than her, that's where I think whatever this busyness that keeps showing up in the babies, that might be what he has going on. But I haven't been able to entirely figure that out. All I know is I've got busy babies popping out. Back in there. Now, while I am keeping the male, I'm on the fence about keeping the female. Initially, when she hatched, I didn't have any intentions to keep her, and I still am kind of saying she's available now. I just don't. As she grows, she's giving me more doubts and making me want to keep her. These two are about the same size. He's maybe 30 grams bigger than her. But that's the clutch from this year. And I was going to do an update on my clutch from last year, which I think I only did one video. I've only did one video on that clutch. And that was back when they were, babies. So now they're all over a year old now. And I'm gonna get the camera down. Alright, now these are the babies from last year. Not really babies anymore, but they came from the same mother that sired that clutch. But my dinker male sired this clutch. Luckily the clutch, most of that clutch was all females, and I had a couple male normals, and I only kept one male back because which one is it? He's the biggest one, because he's been eating the best. But from this clutch this year, I actually noticed that busy pattern apparently showed up in him, and it showed up again in the babies this year. I know the babies this year don't have those squiggles in the pattern, but he's got that busyness that the babies this year have. So it might be something the mother is passing on. I'm not sure yet. He's got that's an absolutely clear belly. His mom's belly looks like that. But he actually reached breeding size in time for 2003, but I just don't think he was physically developed enough. Now this is what the male looks like generally, the male that sired this clutch. But all his babies are more colorful than him. Like, he kind of looks like an exanthic. Well, this baby right here, this camera probably isn't picking it up, but if you look at her compared to her sibling, she looks like an exanthic. And she hatched out and was actually more brown than she was now. Like, as she sheds and gets older, she seems to get lighter and more exanthic looking. So that's one gene I'm hoping to prove out. I don't know what it is yet. I'm thinking it's going to be in the gene pool with the het red exanthic and the Lori ball and all that. It's because all the babies, they have black backs. This normal female, she hatched out and she hatched out bright orange, like seriously, like orange. And I guess as she's grown up, I guess she's turned back into a regular normal color, but she didn't hatch out like that, and I'm not sure what or why. I know I did have a temperature problem in that clutch, so that might have been what caused her bright colors early on. But I held her back anyway. Not sure what I'm gonna breed her to when she gets big enough. That's the male. Actually, that's not the male. This female used to be the largest of the clutch, but I think the male might have passed her up. But she's definitely the second largest. She's got the black back thing, but her pattern seems a bit more weird compared to her. Like some babies seem to have blushing in their backs and some of them don't. It's a project that I'm working on, and I'm hoping to prove something out of it this year. Hopefully the male breeds like he needs to. He's well big enough to breed. Yeah, this reason why she's so small is she was the runt from last year's clutch, and she actually had to force feed her a few times to get her to eat, and she's just been behind everybody. Like you see, compared to everybody else's size, you know, she looks pretty small compared to everybody else, but she eats still. It's just she's taking forever to catch up. But definitely when she gets big enough, I'm going to breed the sire back to her, because she, unlike all her other siblings, her axanthic color more matches her dad's axanthic color. And I don't know, do het red axanthics come out, do they hatch out axanthic? Or did I just get lucky and hatch out a random axanthic from a wild caught male and a captive hatch female? I don't know. Another update. Hold on. I don't usually buy pet store babies, but this little guy was, he was over in the adoption, well, she was over in the adoption section where, they were selling her for $30 because she had gotten a respiratory infection, and they treated her for it, but she stopped eating. And, since they're not allowed to feed live, her choices were pretty limited, and she stopped eating frozen thawed, so she looked interesting enough for me to pick her up. Like, I hadn't had any granite looking stuff in my collection, and I don't know if most pet store babies are captive hatched or what, but luckily, she sexed out as a female, so she looks interesting enough anyway. She's got these, it looks granity. She doesn't really have alien hair. She just have these spots and speckles all over her. And she's actually pretty light. Compared to my, I'm not gonna put her in with my other snakes. I've only had her for like a good 3 weeks. She seems fine anyway, but she's still in a somewhat quarantine just to make sure she doesn't have anything. But she's cool. She's pretty cool looking. And I've got too many. More than half of my collection is Dinker projects, and this is just another Dinker. It's going in. And my last update is a new addition, or another new addition, but this one just came in yesterday. And she is from Todd Rouse. And there's a little bit of a story behind her. I know she was shipped out Tuesday and didn't get here till Thursday due to FedEx and their whatever problems, but she made it here just fine. Couldn't do an unboxing video because I was just concerned with her getting here alive. But here she is. She's a spot nose head orange ghost. Another female that's gonna eventually go to my blue-eyed Lucy head orange ghost. I don't want to disturb her too much because she's been through a day, 2 days of craziness, but she is hot. Very hot, very contrasty, and I've been trying to get my hands on a spot nose for a while now, and I was lucky that Todd actually decided to let her go. I think he was one of her holdbacks, but I'm grateful and thankful that he he let me have her. She will be in good hands. Can't wait to breed her. So I want to get some spot nose combo, and I want to make a Powerball combo. But that's it. I'm gonna leave her alone. Get everybody back in their tubs. But that's, I guess I could call that a partial collection update. This was most of my Dinker, my whole Dinker projects and my new additions, and that'll be it for now. See you later.